Hey guys, Verdier here. I'm making this video real quickly to help a few people who have been having some trouble understanding the auto brights. The entire discussion I've been having on the BCM and how the auto brights work on a car, or at least on the Honda Insight. And for those who have either not read the user's manual, or the manual, or don't have one, didn't get one, it's the real thick one, you have to order it, or you can download it online. Or those who have but forgot it or just don't understand some of the stuff. I'm just going to go over this real quickly on how the auto brights actually work on the car, the auto HiBeams. That's probably why I keep getting a spell check on auto brights. It's auto HiBeam, I guess is the way to put it. How they work and what to expect when dealing with it, how to deal with it, and what you're going to see. Now, as far as I know, all the models have auto HiBeams. At least I know the EX and the Touring definitely have it. The Touring, of course, also has the fog lamps also built in. One thing that has thrown some people off that they don't understand is that it's a normal function of the car that if you have fog lamps, the fog lamps will turn off when your HiBeams are on. That includes when your auto HiBeams engage, the fog lamps will turn off and then they'll turn right back on. As soon as the HiBeams are off. This is just generally the way of design of many cars. I think it was explained to me the main reason they do this is just to cut down the amount of light blasting at a forward position towards people and so forth. I don't understand personally. I prefer to have the fog lamps on, but whatever. That's the situation. Now, the auto HiBeam system is directly dependent on whether you have your stock, and you'll see you have your stock, you have settings on your stock for your light stock, and you have to have the settings set to auto. That'll turn on your automatic headlamps. Now, once your automatic headlamps are on, when it gets dark enough outside, now, your auto headlamps may come on earlier depending on your settings in your main screen of how sensitive you set them on. That just turns on your headlamps. The auto bright system won't turn on until it gets significantly darker outside. That determination is made by the computer of the system, and the camera that's in your windshield will make that decision. When that comes on, you'll get a little symbol on your screen in your dash that'll have a little A. I'll show you a picture or video of it right here. Now, once it's on, basically, it uses the camera to look for, headlamps coming towards you, and various things. I'm going to show you a picture here, a few of the manual, page 197, that tells you how the auto HiBeams actually work. While you're driving, and I didn't know that, I knew this, while you're driving, you can turn off the auto bright system, or the auto HiBeam system by either clicking the stalk towards you. That turns it off and on each time you click it, but only while you're moving. I didn't know that. If you come to a stop and you try to turn off the auto brights, it'll just stay on. It'll go off for a second and stay back on. Or just turning on your HiBeams by pushing your stalk forward. That'll turn it off for a second. So while you're in the middle of a drive, if you want your auto HiBeams to stop running because they're just being a pain in the ass because there's a lot of fog or it's being just dicky for that night, basically, while you're driving, just take your stalk and pull it back towards you. And that'll turn it off. You just got to make sure that symbol turns off in your dash. I always have a problem. In your instrument cluster, I always have a problem with that. Obviously, you have to be a certain speed and so forth for it to work. Just look on page 197. As I said, here's the picture so you can see what it's like. And that's what it said. Take care. Now, for some reason, you do have a car. You have one, and you should have auto brights, auto HiBeams, and they are not. Do not seem to be working. There is a way to actually turn them off, or for some reason, they've never worked. You've turned on your car, you have it on auto, and you have auto HiBeams, like you have a Touring, and I'm pretty sure the EX, I don't know about the LX, but the Touring definitely has it, and the EX is supposed to have it too, and you've never had auto brights that ever worked whatsoever. They may be disabled. Now, on page 199 of your manual, and I'm going to show the picture right here. It'll show you exactly how to turn them back on. Basically, you have to park your car. Car cannot be driving around at all. Park the car, and powered, the mode isn't on, and the light switch, you have to set your light switch to your auto. And what you do is you hold the lever towards you for 40 seconds, and the HiBeam indicator in the meter will blink twice. and I'll turn it off. To re-enable, you pull the light switch towards you under the same conditions, and I'll turn it on. It'll turn it back on. It takes 30 seconds on that. And then the auto high beam indicator will blink once. Twice means it's disabled, which means you can run auto headlamps. Let's say for some reason you hate auto brights. Auto brights suck. You can't stand them. They're a pain in the ass. They're pissing people off. You're driving. You don't want auto brights on or auto high beams. You can literally turn them off and disable them. You'll still have your automatic lights. Your lights, you can still run your lights on auto, but the high beams will not flash on and off based on whether you're in a dark area or not. So I just wanted to bring this by for any people who are getting a little confused. I had at least one person who for sure was having some confusion as to whether this system was working right or not. As I'm going to show in this video real quick, you'll see this is a road I'm driving on, and the auto high beams are working fine. I mean, here it is. It's just they're turning on, they're turning off as necessary. They work fine. This is the same drive, same road, middle of the night, driving back, maybe 20 minutes later, never turned the car off or on, and they're not working. I'm just driving in pitch black area, right speed, everything's set right. They're not working. That's the problem I've been having with the BCM, and that's only started since after I had the BCM update. Some people have had this problem. Most people, as far as I know, have not. But I'm hoping for this particular user that was having a problem understanding the auto high beam system. This is how it works, and if you're still having trouble, feel free to email me directly or call me if you have my number. I think this person has my number, and I'll be glad to discuss it with you, and we can figure out what's going on and where you may be having trouble. Okay? Verdier out.